In the words of the legendary Lou Gellerman, hello, dog fans, and welcome to the Sound the Siren podcast because everything matters, including the 2025 recruiting class. The coaching staff is doing great work in that regard, and JCap and I are pleased to be joined this evening by Julian McMahan, running back commit from down at Monte Vista High School in California. Julian, how are you doing tonight?
I'm pretty good. How are you guys?
Doing great.
Doing well. Thanks so much for joining us.
Yeah, appreciate you taking the time. All right. So we just got some kind of basic football questions, some recruiting questions, and then some kind of like fun get to know you questions for the fan base. So kind of just start off pretty super basic. What got you into playing football in the first place?
I was in the first grade, and my dad had asked me if I wanted to play football the year before, and I said no. And then he was telling me like it'd be fun, just like give it a try, give it a shot. So then I ended up trying in my first grade year. I liked it a lot. I think I played like lineman because like when you first play football, you don't really play like a skill position for the most part. And then yeah, I just got really into it. And I played it every year ever since. So yeah, it was just got into it at an early age. Liked the contact. I liked the like discipline it takes, all that stuff. And yeah,
Yeah, you play a good position for liking the contact, that's for
yeah,
sure.
Yeah, especially in this offense.
oh yeah,
Yeah, for
And this
sure.
conference, for that matter.
yeah.
Um, and what's your favorite memory? It sounds like you've been playing football for quite some time. What's your favorite football memory so far?
Um, in like general, um, I would honestly say my first touchdown because I remember it like the back of my hand. It was on a little jet sweep. I was playing X, and it was my second year playing football. And yeah, I had taken a jet sweep. I just ran straight up the field, and then I ended up scoring. I remember like the feeling of that, and I actually have it on video too. So I'll getting back to like getting to like
Nice.
reminiscing that and watch it and like see myself run, see like similarities like my running style and stuff like that. Even at like a young age is like pretty cool. So I would say that's probably my favorite memory.
Yeah, that first one, pretty hard to forget, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And when was the first time that you realized that you could really like pursue football beyond high school and like take it
Um,
to college and potentially the next level?
yeah, it was the end of my freshman year because I played receiver on varsity. I was a starting receiver on varsity my freshman year. Um, and I would say that like that process and that year, like really reflecting on it, I was like, I think I could go play at the next level. Just you know, thinking about it. So I would definitely say it was the end of my freshman year.
What would you say are your biggest strengths as a player?
Um, I'd say as a player, my biggest strengths are um contact balance and acceleration. Um, and like the ability to catch footballs out of the backfield, like whatever they need me to do. Um, yeah, I would say those three things. So like catching, contact balance, acceleration are very big parts of my game and things that I pride myself in. So
Nice.
Yeah, I'd certainly say, in building off of that, why Washington? What was it about the staff, the program, and the university that made you want to commit to UW and be a Husky?
yeah, so when I tell a story, it's like so the Arizona Jetfish and Scotty Graham, Coach Fish, that was my first offer when they were at Arizona, my sophomore year. Um, and getting to know Coach Graham over the years, like especially in like because like recruiting environments are, um, I don't want to call them uh, like I don't want to go as far as saying like fake, but a lot of them are um not as they seem. And this staff has always kind of kept it real with me. They've always made it a real and honest environment. So that was a big part of it. Not only that they offered me first, but the way that they've continually kept it real with me and supported me throughout my high school career, and that support, and then plus when they ended up going to Washington, I'd already liked Washington a lot because I got offered under the Bower staff as well. So I went to go, and I also went to go watch the Washington versus Oregon game at Husky Stadium last year. So that was like one of the craziest experiences I've ever seen. So that transition when that staff went to Washington, just knowing them for a long time and getting to really know them and knowing how great of a coaching staff they are, and plus them at Washington made it like undeniable. I was just like, yeah, this is where I'm gonna go.
Nice. Love to hear that. Also, that's a perfect timing to bring up that story with the game that's coming up this
Yeah,
weekend.
yeah, yeah.
It's a big one.
Very big.
Yeah. Was that your first game up at Husky
Yeah,
Stadium?
that was my first time ever at Husky Stadium. So, yeah, I was like, what?
That's a great first time. That's a great first time.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
I don't want to disappoint you. I won't say it's drastically different
Yeah.
from that for big games because certainly the bigger the bigger the game, the bigger the moment, the crowd, and Husky Nation definitely rises to the occasion, and we're loud regardless.
Yeah.
The stadium can get loud even early in the season if it's Eastern Washington or whoever we're playing, but it is a special environment for those big games like that for sure.
Yeah.
Have you made it up for any of the other games this year?
Yeah, I was at the Michigan game this year too, so I was a pretty big win.
Nice. There you go.
A great win too, so it was extremely loud.
For sure.
I was like trying to talk because you sit in like little recruit section. Like I was trying to talk to like some of my like fellow recruits, and we couldn't because it was so loud. Like we were like young, but they're trying to like get words out. But it was great experience every time, and I'm excited to like play there, get to like really absorb it, like get to use my energy I feel out on the crowd, like in the game. So
yeah, for sure. We kind of touched on your biggest strengths. What are a couple areas that you would like to improve on coming into the college level? What are some areas you want to grow as a player?
Everything, but definitely my speed. I want to get like extreme because college is about speed. Faster guys, they stand out more. So that's definitely, I would say, the biggest thing. And like everything else, I want to work on too. But that's definitely the biggest thing: speed.
Kind of on a similar topic. Who are some players that you like to watch and like model your game after and take kind of pieces of their game?
Right now, I've been looking at like Dave Montgomery, Jameer Gibbs, Little Sonic, and Knuckles. Everybody likes them a lot. So I'm watching Jameer Gibbs more specifically than Dave Montgomery, but they're both great to watch. Dudes I've been watching for a long time is like Alvin Kamara and like Derrick Henry, obviously. Guys like Christian McCaffrey. I watch college guy highlights too. I watched like Ollie Gordon's highlights last year, and like even like Jonah Coleman. Guys like that. I watch a lot of highlights for college football. Even guys like Caleb Johnson from Iowa. Like I just watch a lot of guys. I like to like ingest all of their traits and their skills and incorporate it. So it's a lot of different people, but yeah.
Yeah, pretty wide variety of backs there. But when you said earlier that one of your strengths is contact balance and acceleration, I immediately thought of Jonah. So that makes sense.
Yeah. You essentially would need to, most of the time, I think watching Jonah, you essentially need to almost go like the Kansas player against Shadur this past weekend that really was not a legal tackle. Might be your best chance to take Jonah
just take his feet out. On the recruiting front, who would you say in the current class of your commits would you say you're the closest with at this point?
I'm pretty close with Dash, quarterback.
Nice.
I'm pretty close with Dash. I'm pretty cool with dude, like everybody too. Like I'm pretty cool with like Deji. I know him because he's in Oakland. Like we're close. guys like Zay, like Zadrius,
Hmm.
Dylan Robinson. There's a lot of guys like
Hmm.
Ramon's, um, Rylan, like it's a lot of guys. So even like Champ, Peter just committed. Um, yeah, so like there's a lot
Hmm.
of guys.
Yeah,
I mean,
lot of
it's got to
guys
be,
just committed.
Yeah,
yeah. You
yeah.
got to be enjoying it as a running back,
Oh
seeing
yeah,
particularly
yeah,
the size and the position focus
yeah,
of the commits this
Yeah,
week. It's
yeah,
got to be music to your ears.
yeah. It's
yeah.
very exciting.
That's three guys at nearly 1,000 pounds combined over the last couple of days is pretty nuts.
Yeah,
And Austin's not small either.
Yeah, true, true.
uh, kind of off of that, in terms of, kind of beyond, who you're close with. Who would you say are kind of the real characters in the class that you've talked to? Who's maybe the funniest guy in the class that you've gotten to know so far?
Funniest guy, uh, probably Jonathan Everson. Say he's probably the funniest guy in the class, like that I've and like Dylan's pretty funny too. Um, those are probably the funniest guys. So,
Also,
Any other guys that kind of keeping your eyes out on the last couple of week or last week, I guess, here before early signing period and I guess into February that y'all are trying to get into the class?
um, a major person we're trying to get was Longy. So like, I mean,
Well, there you go.
that was really it, because yeah, I've been trying to get Longy since like April. So I mean, yeah, like that's probably it.
The long game, but it worked out.
Yeah,
hard work pays off,
yeah.
Yeah,
for sure.
very true. Well, I guess outside of school and training for football and all that kind of stuff, what are some of your kind of favorite hobbies, pastimes outside of the main stuff?
Um, I like listening to a lot of music. Like I listen to a lot of different genres of music. And I also like movies a lot. Um,
Hmm.
so that's like a big thing. Like I would say like visual arts. Like, and I've been doing that stuff since I was little. Like I've been doing like I used to like go to like coding like programming camps and stuff like that. And like I used to draw a lot. Um, I used to do like claymation when I was little. Like I've been doing all this visual art stuff my whole life. So I would say just like
Nice.
visual art stuff, like and music is things that I really enjoy a lot aside of football.
Nice.
You
Do you have a
mentioned
thought on kind
movies.
of, or
Oh,
go
go
ahead?
ahead.
Well,
Oh.
I was saying, like, do you have a thought on kind of what and certainly you don't have to commit to anything
yeah,
this early, but even before you get to college, on what you want to study at Washington.
yeah. Oh, I'm majoring in cinema and media studies.
Nice.
I have a really
Yeah,
good friend
yeah,
that graduated in that.
yeah,
It's been a while, but
yeah,
but it's definitely a good program. But go ahead,
yeah.
JCap.
I was just gonna say you mentioned that you're a big movie fan. What would you say is the best movie you've seen recently?
Recently, um, the best movie that I've seen recently that I didn't how do I like word this. Um, have you ever seen Kubo and the Two Strings?
Have have that's
That
a good
was
one.
really good. I did not like because like I'm like pretty open to movies. I didn't like you just kind of like click on things. You're like, this is like it might be like good or whatever. But that was actually like really good. I was like shocked.
It's still on
Yeah,
it's still on my list to see. I haven't yet, but
Yeah.
it's a good one. It's a good one. And then you mentioned music. Who are some of your main artists in rotation right now?
In rotation right now since I'm like working out a lot, so I'm listening to like a good amount of rap. But like on my off time, like I'm like just like laying down. I like a lot of like Daft Punk because my dad went
Nice.
to Singapore, and I wasn't even born yet, but he went to Singapore and he went to a Daft Punk concert, and he like kind of introduced me to that kind of like electronic music. So even people like Aphex Twin and stuff like that. Like I like electronic music a lot, like ambient music. So yeah,
Nice.
but that point's on my rotation all the time. It always calms me down. So that's like a big thing. And I listen to like right now I've been like I said, a lot of working out going on. So I'm listening to like rap, like I'm listening to like Gunna and stuff. But like other than that, I listen to like a lot of electronic music. I'll get into like symphony sometime, like Bach and stuff. But
Classical. All right. Cool. Pretty eclectic taste.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Pretty wide range there. Um, all right. So we got some kind of fun this or that type of
yeah,
questions, and then a little holiday theme one here at the end. So,
yeah,
um, pancakes or waffles?
pancakes.
Pancakes. Movies or TV series? I feel like I already know the answer to that
Yeah,
one.
movies. I think that the problem with TV series now too is that I hate the fact that they do that thing where a new episode will come out like every week, like because that's like so stupid. That's like defeats the purpose of watching the TV show. Like, to me, anyway. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
Some of us on here are old
yeah,
enough that
I was
that was the only way TV
I
came
was
out.
gonna
It
say,
wasn't the
oh
one
yeah,
season all
yeah,
at once.
yeah,
yeah,
But
before
it's
we
all
had
good.
streaming services, it was you had
Yeah.
to set an appointment to sit down on the couch and watch a show.
yeah, yeah,
And if you were at home,
yeah,
the antiquated
Better luck
thing known
next
as a
time.
VCR.
Yeah,
yeah,
record it on a tape.
yeah.
Um,
Yep.
cake or pie?
Hey, I mean, and the crazy part is I don't really like either, but like I feel like cake's just like,
Not really
and
a sweets
I
guy.
always say this, like, and people laugh, but I always feel like cake is like too cakey. Like, if you know what I mean. Like, I just don't like
Yeah,
I don't like it. Like, I don't like the way I like butter cake a lot. That's it. Every other cake is like, you know. But how
fair
about you?
enough.
I,
Fair enough. Would you rather play in a day game or a night game?
like, I love night games because
Night game.
that's the thing I like. Because when I played youth, I would always play at like, especially when you're in the younger division. Like, because when you're playing like Pee Wee, you'd play at like 8 in the morning. And I'm just like, why am I up
Hmm.
so early playing football? But yeah, and then one of the things like my dad would always tell me is like you're gonna play like at night, like high school when I be in youth because I play at like 12ish. Like I think the championship games were at like 4 for like youth football, but like
Hmm.
big thing I was looking forward to when I was going to high school was like those night games, like playing at 7, and especially when it gets towards like playoff time, like end of like uh October time, like those games are really cool. I being like in the cold, like I had a game where it was raining. It was funny. Yeah, I had a game when it was raining a couple weeks ago, and it was a home game. For some reason, like nobody was in the stands. It was like super quiet, but I really enjoyed that like calm. You kind of hear like the mist a little bit. So yeah, definitely night.
I get used to
Yeah.
playing some rain games up here in Seattle.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of the rain
The
stuff.
term atmospheric river,
Yeah,
atmospheric rivers have become an all too common occurrence
yeah,
in the Northwest lately.
yeah.
Um, Pepsi or Coke?
Regularly Coke, but cherry Pepsi.
All
Regular
right.
Coke, cherry Pepsi. Okay,
Pepsi,
okay.
cherry Pepsi.
Uh,
I think cherry Pepsi is better than Coke, normal Coke.
All right.
candy or cookies?
Candy.
What kind of candy?
Um, the best candy ever comes from us. I think either Denmark or Sweden. It's called sour power, not sour punch. It's like a
Hmm.
specific type of straw, and it's amazing. Like it really tastes like fruit, but it's not.
Hmm.
It doesn't taste as like artificial as candy does. But like on a normal day, like when I can't get that, I would say like gummy bears or like gummy worms, like stuff like that.
Burgers or hot dogs?
Burgers, but I like hot wings a lot.
Fair.
That was going to be my follow up. It's like, all right, you throw some good chicken wings in
Yeah,
there. What's the choice?
yeah.
All right. So since we're in the holiday season, what are your top three favorite holiday meal or holiday dishes? The Thanksgiving
Thanksgiving.
dinner slate.
I hate turkey, so I like ham. But I just I like that's the thing, like, cause like I'll be at Thanksgiving dinner sometimes, and I'll really just eat mac and cheese, like just the whole plate of that, cause like I'm not a big fan of like the meats when it comes to like Thanksgiving. I like steak a lot, and I like chicken, but um mac and cheese I would say is the number one dish, and then I like yams with the marshmallows, and then
Nice.
for a third dish, like I don't know, I don't know if there is.
Fair enough.
What's the dish you're just other than the turkey? Is there a side dish that you're just like, no, I'm passing it. Like immediately gonna lateral it down the table.
I've never ate stuffing.
Really?
Ever.
That's
I've never ate stuffing.
one of my favorites.
And I don't like
That's
cranberry sauce either.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Cranberry sauce is a
that's
very
fair,
divisive one.
Yeah.
Very divisive one.
And I don't know if this is during Thanksgiving, but for some reason I'll see like a Jello, like a cranberry Jello thingy,
Hmm.
and I think that's like the weirdest thing ever. So
I'm with you. I'm with you.
Yep. Yeah, I'll agree with you there. Like
yeah,
it has to be like cranberry is a pretty specific thing. Like there's
yeah,
times where it's where I like
I
cranberry,
agree. Yeah,
but canned cranberry sauce,
yeah,
that ain't it.
All right, Julian. Well, that's all the questions we had for you. You have anything else to say to Husky Nation for the end of the interview here?
just want to always like to do the Go Dogs, but
Go
I can't
Dogs.
separate
Go
my
Dogs.
fingers that much. But like
Hey,
as far as they
It's all
go,
good.
it works.
yeah, Go Dogs.
It's a W.
I'm
That's
excited.
what matters.
I'm ready.
Thanks for joining us. Have a great
You're welcome.
Thanksgiving.
Thank you. You too. Have a great holidays. So yeah.